And Kizzy, just absolutely a stunner of a match. Can you kind of walk me through how you guys prepared for that game and how are you looking to go up against ENCE?
When we study ENCE, we kind of knew they wanted to play something like Vertigo or Nuke, with the two last maps that lasted in the video. But we kind of surprised because they left Nuke, and starting T as Nuke is really tough. So I think for us, when biguzera told us it's going to be Nuke, we were really happy because starting CT is a map that we have a lot of comfort, and we prepared really well for ENCE's Nuke. So it's basically that.
These 1-1 games, especially these BO1s that happen in the major, they can always be kind of a momentum based. Anyone that just kind of gets the first step right. Going into this mentally, how are you preparing?
I think that we kind of not try to stuck that much in losing rounds or think that we mess up in the middle of the game, because we can also build momentum in losing matches. So we were like down 5-0, we can also come back. So we're trying to focus more on that and keep playing each round by each round and not thinking on the whole thing.
Now, the Americas have been a region that many internationally have kind of criticized for underperforming, but now the two Brazilian teams are in the 2-1 pool. What do you say to critics of South America or even North American teams?
To me, to be honest, the critics back in some days were really fair. To be honest, we are not playing good CS in Americas in a whole basis. I think we had like Liquid, Complexity, and Furia. The other was the rest of the teams were not playing that good, but now we are kind of step up. And I feel like Imperial playing really well, Legacy as well, us as well. Furia had some little shaky games yesterday, but I think they really play well. So it's kind of good for us to have like, we are kind of building our face again to the world. So I'm really happy.
Is it on your mind at all that the Americas could potentially gain another spot for the next major if two Brazilian teams advance out of this stage?
I think yes, we are kind of in a spot that I feel that is more possible than ever, because we have Imperial, we have Legacy, and we have us. They are playing really well, and Fury can also bounce back because there are a lot of experiencing players and they are experiencing the LAN tournament. So I think yes.
And I guess as for paiN itself, I mean, the team and the organization have gone through a lot of roster changes over the last year. I mean, the team from Paris is not the same one as to now. What do you think about this new paiN team?
I think that right now we have a team that has a lot of chemistry in this. I mean, inside the server and also outside the server, have a lot of mood. We have also always chilling, always vibing, always making jokes. So I think we match up together really well, and that is kind of helping us in the server because we also fix problems really well. We kind of do not discuss that long discuss. We not fight. So I think right now the team chemistry is working really well because we mesh together really well outside the server. And biguzera as well, he does an incredible job. He made it this in the match, but in general, he's a really talented IGL, and he kind of puts everyone in comfortable places so you can do whatever you want to do and do with comfort.
And let's talk about biguzera for a second. I mean, he is a fragging IGL, the likes that we have probably never seen at the international level. How important is it to have a leader like him basically top fragging almost every game?
As I said, yeah, he frags really well, but for me, also, other side than fragging, his calling and his comfort that he passes through the team is the most important thing for me. He also studies the opponents really well. He also always shows us tips and tricks we can do in the game. So outside the server and outside the fragging part, I think he's truly inhuman, because he calls really well. He puts us in spots that we like to play. He puts in different calls that we like to do. So I think for me, he's inhuman.
And finally, now you're in the 2-1 pool. You're one win away from the next stage of the major. How has that got to feel?
That feeling is really well for me. I've been there in Rio, so back there I couldn't match. I couldn't win the match that gave us a spot. So right now I'm really happy, but I'm really kind of keeping my feet on the ground because we have a lot to prove yet and have a lot of matches to play yet, because now the BO3 format starts, and I think it's going to be way more, not stressful, but a little bit more. The matches will last more, so we have to be more prepared for the matches.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much.